Hello, Purple Rosa here, and I'm continuing on in Blackwood. Made my way to Leyawiin now that I have both of the companions. I do still have Mary with me, but I'm going to change to Bastion because I haven't used him yet. Seeing that he's well versed with nobles.
Monsters? Villains? What's the trouble?
And such, he'll probably be helpful in Leyawiin. I don't know. I don't think companions work like that, but it will still be nice to get some rapport with him. Seeing as I've only been using Miri because she was the first I got. So there's a quest before I even enter the city. So yeah, the main quest looks like it's over there.
Pico, over here. Rockgrove begs for your aid.
Rockgrove, I think that's the trial. Let me just double check. Yeah, the Rockgrove's the trial. So yeah, I'm not gonna do the trial, but main quest looks like it just starts up here, so
you have my word. If the Councilor is in Leyawiin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. You there! A moment of your time, please.
Captain Ryan Leyawiin. Hang on.
Councillor Jerich is missing and the Ivory Brigade makes promises it can't keep. Something terrible has happened to her. I can feel it in my bones.
So yeah, the Ivory Brigade are the city guards of Leyawiin, I guess. The one with Miri didn't help at all though. So one of the councillors has gone missing.
Councillor Jerich never showed up today. It's not like her to miss a scheduled meeting with a noble of high standing. I am very put out.
The world doesn't revolve around you, lady. So it's as we feared, with me and Avelli, that the councillors are going missing, or they're dead because they know about the flames of ambition.
I'm Councillor Jerich's aide. She would have informed me of any schedule changes. It's not like her to simply disappear without a word.
So she was either taken by the Dark Brotherhood, who I don't know why they're involved in this yet, or she was taken by the cult, the Walkers of the Flame, whatever they're called.
Leyawiin has problems enough, and now the predictions of the Wood Elf Archer seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Councillor Jerich has disappeared, and my Ivory Brigade is spread thin as a sliver of butter on day-old bread.
So Everly's already here. Tell me more about this Wood Elf Archer and Imperial secrets.
The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jerich refused Brigadine protection.
Maybe the Dark Brotherhood's trying to stop the flames of ambition being found? Don't know. You think the Dark Brotherhood harmed Councillor Jerich?
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jerich is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. Care to earn some gold and help us determine the Councilor's fate?
I'll try.
Here, let me update your map. These are places Jerich visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
Yeah. So tell me more about the situation here in Leyawiin.
On paper, Countess Caro rules Leyawiin, but in practice, the Chamber of Legates governs the city. Legates Tebezako and Amhalu, and Councillor Leviticus. They handle day-to-day tasks. Me? I'm commander of the Ivory Brigade, Leyawiin's militia.
Okay, so we got Countess Caro rules Leyawiin. The Chamber of Legates governs the city. Councillor Leviticus, I think he's the one that Eveli wanted to talk to. She mentioned that at the end of the prologue quest. You mentioned your soldiers were stretched too thin?
Indeed. Since the fall of the Empire, the Ivory Brigade had to redouble its efforts to replace the Imperial legions. We maintain active defenses in the north to keep the ongoing war at bay, but we have our hands full with refugees, bandits, and such.
Yep, Cyrodiil War.
The Three Banners War. Let the alliances fight over the Ruby Throne as long as they leave us in peace. I just wish I had more soldiers to spare for this new threat that Eveli Sharparrow brought to our attention.
What else can you tell me about Councillor Jerich?
Councillor Jerich was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial, but she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility.
The legates?
Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leyawiin has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city.
Okay. You have a countess, but the legates are in charge?
I suppose the Countess is technically the highest authority in Leyawiin, but she leaves the administration of the city to the Chamber of Legates. Leviticus, another former council elder, leads this august body, along with Tebezako and Amhalu.
Ugh, Imperial politics. This is gonna be interesting. Tell me about the locations you marked on my map.
Councillor Jerich is a creature of habit. Her daily routine is to stroll along the river and stop to read near a cave across the way. While Eveli Sharparrow examines spots the Councilor frequents in the city, you should check these locations.
I know Eveli.
Interesting. She arrived a short time ago with a tale straight out of a mystery novel. She said that Emperor Leyawiin's former steward had been murdered by the Dark Brotherhood, killed over some secret pertaining to the Longhouse Emperors.
I was with Eveli when we found the steward's body.
Ah, then you must be the associate she was waiting for. She'll be glad to hear that you've arrived. Eveli presented her evidence to Councillor Leviticus, that the members of the Elder Council were in danger. He decided the threat was credible.
Where's Eveli now?
Councillor Leviticus has kept her close, while the two of them try to make sense of this so-called secret. I have yet to be made privy to the details. With Jerich's disappearance, I'll send Eveli to check places the Councilor frequents in the city.
Okay. So, a missing Councilor. So, do I check outside the city? Ah, yes. Leyawiin, just here. We're in Blackwood. So, Blackwood's here. Cyrodiil's there. But we're kind of on the border. Because I think this is part of Cyrodiil as well. But yeah, we're kind of on the border between Cyrodiil and Black Marsh.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Councillor Jerich to this outsider?
Oh, why didn't Councillor Jerich heed your warnings?
If the Ivory Brigade requires mercenaries to do their job, perhaps Leyawiin needs different protectors.
Ooh. I hate nobles. Think they're better than everyone else. When they are not. So we gotta look here for the Councilor. Councillor Jerich, I hope this letter finds you in good health and better spirits, my old friend. Though years have passed since I was Emperor Leyawiin Steward and you were one of his elder councillors, I fear that the secrets of the Longhouse Empress continue to haunt us. You and other members of the Elder Council are in grave danger. Actions that you and your colleagues performed over the years for the Longhouse Empress have inadvertently made you targets for an as yet unknown entity or entities. Of course, we both know that you are only following orders, performing your duties. Unfortunately, those who hunt you care little for the reasons. They only want to eliminate anyone who may know even the tiniest fraction of Emperor Leyawiin's final secret. Wish I could provide you with more information, but for now this is all I know. If I learn anything further, I will be in touch. For now, please be cautious and sleep with one eye open. So Farrell was able to send a letter before he died. But the steward was meant to work while he was working with the Order? The cult? Order of the Walking Flame? I think? I don't know. So she used to walk over the bridge in this direction. Sebastian can't swim. He disappears. And is following me. Yeah, we've got the Dark Brotherhood. We don't know why they are involved in this. They've probably been hired by someone to keep this secret about the flames of ambition. Or to keep it buried. I don't know. Why would she enter a cave? Cave is no place for a councillor. Weird. Chief Councillor Leviticus. While our time serving together on the Imperial Elder Council is long past, I still consider you to be both a colleague and a friend. I know I ignored the warning the Wood Elf brought you, refused to believe that old secret still held any power, any danger. I was wrong. I received a letter from Farrell Lupus today, which, if the reports of his death are accurate, he must have sent before he was murdered. And I fear that I am being followed. I thought I caught a glimpse of a dark figure watching me from the rocks during my island walk this morning. I was so rattled by the sight that I dropped Farrell's letter. Didn't realize I had lost it until I had almost reached the cave. This must be related to a project Emperor Morica gave me some 20 years back. He needed caretakers for some sort of storage vaults, and I procured them. Set up the contracts, paid the costs, but that was so long ago. Even as I write this, I can feel the noose drawing tight. If you receive this, tell the others. Convince them to heed the warning and accept your assistance. The secret of the Longhouse Empress. I think this time it really will be the death of me.
Pardon me, you're not the Councilor.
And you are?
Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Councillor Jerich.
Who are you?
Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the Councilor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing.
Captain Ryan sent me to find the Councilor. He thinks she might be in danger.
She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
I'm on it. So the East Gate, which is the way I was entering anyway. I don't think she ever made it. Yeah, I haven't been in Leyawiin yet. Like on the PCS, I did briefly go in to check those furniture items. But beyond that, I didn't really walk around. And that was a while ago, so it'd be nice to finally go into the city and explore it. Especially if it's as grand as this zone, or what I've seen of this zone so far. So...
Someone! Anyone! Help me!
she's alive!
I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right.
What happened to you?
I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others. The councillors. Leyawiin's secret. It will be... the death of us all!
Councillor? Aww.
Councillor Jerich! Damn, we're too late!
She spoke before she died. What's this? Yep. Dark Brotherhood. Why are they involved though?
Damn it. Looks like we were both too late. It's just like I expected when we found that list with all the councillors' names on it. I hate being right when somebody dies. Glad to see you made it here, by the way. Did you happen to see who killed her?
I didn't see who attacked her, but there was a note beside her body.
The mark of the Dark Brotherhood, just like Farrell Lupus. Remember I said I was going to find Leviticus? Well, I did. And turns out, he's the head of the city's Chamber of Legates. I just wish another person hadn't died because of this damn secret.
Yeah. Remind me about the secret.
The secret of the Longhouse Emperors. It has something to do with the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but that's all we know so far. Remember, I was working for Farrell Lupus. He sent me to find that strange tome.
Yep. I found a letter to Councilor Jerich from Farrell Lupus. It warned her that she was in danger.
Right, and we found that list with all the councillors' names on it. Farrell's too. The one that suggested they all knew something about the ambitions. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right.
Yeah, looks like we weren't the only ones who found a list with names. Do you know where the rest of the councillors are?
Let me have your map. This is where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last time I checked. Go warn them. Convince them the threat is real. Then meet me at Councillor Jerich's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something more about this secret.
I'll go warn them, then meet you at Jerich's manor.
I'll get the city guards to come and gather the councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jerich's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to ask her this in the prologue. So what have you been up to since Orsinium?
Oh, I'm still trying to make a name for myself. I was green as a blade of grass when we met in Orsinium. Now I've got a few more adventures under my belt. But I've never dealt with anything quite like this. This is more than I bargained for.
It's more than anyone's bargained for. So walk me through what you know so far about this threat against the councillors.
Like I said, it all started when I found that strange tome for Farrell Lupus and Emperor Leyawiin's journal. It was in code, but I got it translated. Sent me to a few hidden Imperial caches where I learned that the Longhouse Emperors had a secret.
Yeah, and the secret concerning the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon.
Right, but it turned out I wasn't the only one trying to learn more about the ambitions. A group of cracked acorns called the Order of the Waking Flame. Fanatic Mehrunes Dagon cultists. Had to put arrows in more than one of those bastards.
No, the Waking Flame. I've been saying the Walking Flame. Similar. But we still don't know why the Dark Brotherhood is murdering the councillors.
I guess someone hired them to eliminate everyone who knows about the secret. The question is, who?
And I was told by a more or less friendly Dremora named Lyrinth that the fate of our world was at stake. So of course I want to figure this all out.
Me too. So yeah, the Dark Brotherhood has been hired by someone to keep this a secret. Tell me more about this strange book.
So Farrell Lupus hired me to retrieve a book from a retreat once used by the Longhouse Emperors. He never told me what it was, and he died before I could ask. The book is weird. It has weird pages and weird markings, and I can't read a word of it.
So you haven't learned anything else about it?
Not much. Farrell's partner said he planned to use it to make things right, but she didn't know how. And it's Daedric, I think. I will say, carrying it's kind of a burden. And I've been having strange dreams. But I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. At least you still got the book. So yeah, who's hired the Dark Brotherhood? Because we could probably work with them to keep this secret. So hang on. Do I have to go in? No, I don't. So I'm gonna go find Councillor Falara. Guess we're not going in Leyawiin just yet. Is we still... Yeah. Cool, Doc. Yeah, why are they outside the city? I mean... You'd think... with the threat that they were told about, they'd stay inside.
That might be useful.
But no. It's like, there's no threat, we'll just go outside the city. Got them down there? Ah, over here.
Stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Councilor.
You are in danger.
My orders are to protect the Councilor, and I take my orders very seriously. Bear that in mind and keep your hands away from your weapons. Do that, and we'll get along fine.
I'm not here to kill her, I'm here to protect.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard.
I'm working for Captain Ryan Lior. I was sent to tell you the threat is real.
I was beginning to suspect as much.
Have you heard that King
Very well.
has returned?
Tell me everything that you have learned.
Fighters Guild now.
Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all.
The Dark Brotherhood has already murdered Farrell Lupus and Councillor Jerich.
Lupus? Emperor Leyawiin's old steward? And Jerich as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death.
We think it has something to do with Leyawiin's secret, something called the Four Ambitions.
The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jerich's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
Your records include information on Leyawiin's secret?
Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find.
How well did you know Councillor Jerich?
Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the councillors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
No, I don't think it's wise. So yeah, Tidewater Cave, we'll obviously have to go there later. So now I gotta go to see this other councillor. Is that part of the research one? Whoever finds me, deliver this letter and ring in my bag to Tertia Felto in Leyawiin. Dearest Tertia, go ahead and pet it, it's just a harmless mongrel, you said. Little did I know how wrong we both were. The sorry-looking mark was an omen, my sweet, and the harbinger of my demise. I can still picture that perfect night in Leyawiin. Your face radiant, resplendent, shining in the sun as we walked among the streets. Desperately wish I could see it one more time. I wish I'd given you the ring in my pocket and proposed to you as I planned. I wish I hadn't instead reached down and tried to pet that damn dog. It bit me, of course. That superficial wound was just the start. Naturally, I couldn't propose to you with blood gushing from my hand, so I bit my tongue, held my peace, and excused myself to the nearest healer. There, a kind Argonian bandaged my wound and provided a medicinal toad for the pain. Sadly, it would prove to be meagre balm for the true injury. As the sun set, I was racked by wild fever dreams. The last thing I recall was tearing off my clothing and running, howling into the night. I woke up in someone's kitchen coop covered in blood and feathers. Guess he turned into a werewolf? Please understand, I do this for you. Were I to see you again while under this curse, I might cause you harm. I couldn't live with myself if that happened, so I won't. I leave you the ring I never gave you. It was meant for you and no one else. Poor guy. Got bitten by a dog and became a werewolf. That's not a good way to go. I guess he killed himself? I mean, he could have learnt to live with the curse, but I can understand why he wouldn't. So yeah, we'll find her when we go into Leyawiin.
Let's ride.
A bear! That's cool. Rumbleclaw. I like that name. So, the councillor is up here and there's another quest. But that's for the delve. I'll come back for that later. Maybe after I've been in Leyawiin.
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to see the Councilor?
Who are you?
Are you here to speak with Councilor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
I need to find the councillor. He may be in danger.
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way?
Captain Rian sent me to check on the councillor.
Captain Rian? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
You mentioned a letter?
My husband, Valen, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Lupus, Emperor Leyawiin's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
The Dark Brotherhood has killed the dog. I'll be held to pay. The sealed scroll actually contains 2 sheets of parchment. The first sheet bears the seal of Councillor Sophis and reads, Mages employed for the construction of the new vaults. Make sure they are eliminated after the work is completed. There can be no loose ends left dangling. Wow. The second sheet bears the seal of Emperor Leyawiin and reads, Councillor Sophis. One last vault needs to be established. Have your remaining mages cast the necessary spells To transfer the vault to the location I have selected, you will find the information you need in the coded line below. Do not fail me. The lines are written in Imperial code. Okay. Check inside the house before we find him. Another letter. An interview with Countess Caro. Conducted by Mercurio Castro on behalf of the citizens of Leyawiin. After the collapse of the Empire and the disbanding of Imperial Elder Council. Why did you decide to cede your authority to the Chamber of Legates? I have yielded nothing to anyone. I am still the Countess of Leyawiin City and the surrounding province. That is my birthright and my sacred duty. What I have done is appointed the Chamber of Legates to handle the day-to-day affairs of the city, while I turn my attention to loftier matters. What sort of loftier matters are you dealing with, Countess? Oh, the loftiest, I assure you. But let us talk about other things. Such delicate concerns are not meant for public consumption. Could she be behind all this? Very well. How did you go about selecting the members to serve in the Chamber of Legates? Well, after much research and deliberation, I settled on a triumvirate of legates to facilitate decision-making and to make sure no legislation could be delayed due to lack of clear majority. The math works in our favour, even if they cannot all come to the same conclusion. There will always be at least 2 legates who can agree. Majority rules and all that. As for who should serve, well, the first members were obvious. I wanted to make sure that all 3 prominent groups with interest in the region were represented, and both Biza, Ko and Amhalu have served their community since the time of the Longhouse Emperors. With a Khajiit and an Argonian, it stood to reason that I also needed to find an Imperial. Luckily, Councillor Leviticus was between jobs after the Elder Council disbanded. I've heard rumours that you and the other legates sometimes find yourselves at odds over certain decisions they have made. Where did you hear that? Is there someone whose head I need to have lobbed off? Joking. No, I leave the Chamber of Legates to do their jobs, and they leave me to contemplate those loftier matters I mentioned earlier. I sometimes wish they didn't take up so much room in the castle, but beyond that, I appreciate and support the work of the legates. Even Councillor Leviticus, who I had issues with during his tenure on the Elder Council. So it's safe to say there's bad blood between you and the Councillor Leviticus? Wherever did you get that idea? Governmental officials have disagreements all the time, it goes with the territory. But we both have the interests of Leyawiin and Blackwood at heart. Even if we had different approaches to achieving those ends, that's what makes life at court so interesting. Boring. Speaking of court, I hear you refused to see High Chancellor Abnathan when he visited the city last month. Is that true? Ooh. Abnathan is a conceited old bastard, and I am more than convinced that he played some role in the unfortunate collapse of our beloved Emperor and the start of this damn war. He can go to oblivion for all I care, and you are correct. He isn't welcome within the confines of Leyawiin Castle. How dare you! Abnathan saved elsewhere, and the world. With 3 Banners War, do you consider Leyawiin to be safe from that ongoing conflict? As safe as we can be, considering our proximity to the Imperial City. But Captain Ryan and the Ivory Brigade has thus far been able to keep the worst of the fighting from reaching our providence. I expect the Brigadiers to maintain the sanctity of our borders until a resolution can be reached. Thank you for your time, Countess Caro. Oh, think nothing of it. I do so enjoy taking a few moments to share my thoughts with the little people. Provides a break from those loftier manners I must deal with. Quite refreshing in small doses. Countess might be involved with the cult of the waking flame. At least that's my theory so far. I could be wrong. I haven't met her yet. There's the dog! Are you okay? Lead the way. Glad the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill the dog. Would have made me so angry. Oh. Damn, he's dead. Well, that sucks. Yeah.
What's taking you so long? They should...
Vaylin! No!
Knew this would happen. At least they didn't kill the dog.
Oh, Vaylin! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rihan sent you to protect my husband!
Calm down. I was too late. He was already dead when I found him.
You know, Vaylin acted strange after the letter from Farrell Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Councillor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him.
A scroll?
A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Councillor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Sorry. So, now I have to investigate Councillor Jerich's manor, which is inside Leyawiin. Yeah, I'm gonna end this one here, and we'll continue this on in the next one. Thanks for watching.